It is good in the world right here, right now. Yes. Our claim to fame is partnerships and collaborations and collectives. We are a part of a huge movement ecosystem. All of you who are sitting here help make up this ecosystem, no matter what organization or not you're coming from, no matter what part of the country or what part of North Carolina. You are absolutely welcome here.
For the next 48 hours, we are all going to recreate CJC's special sauce. And the connections that you're going to make in this room, these are going to be the people you throw down with for the rest of the time that you're in this work. This is the space to be in. Y'all all made the right decision coming here this weekend. So we're going to have a good time, y'all.
We're trying to use art to understand people's experiences with the food system and also try to inform food equity policies. So right now they're doing a pass-along activity. They're writing or creating art, responding to a prompt, and then passing it to the person on the right, so that we can kind of create collective art together.
We're being real, but we're also talking about how much joy exists in this movement. We're talking about how powerful every person is in this room.
Dear Earth, I want to fight for you. Protect the common ground on which we stand, one community, indignant at what we're witnessing with an intent for environmental justice for all.
When I die, I want to have died knowing I gave all my might, gave my life to fix this plight, gave all my fire to something brighter. That's what fighters do. They fight in darkness with light.
I know it's not much, I'm nothing else fit for a king.
I know to be a legend requires effort.
NC Climate Justice Summit, how y'all feeling? ¿Para dónde?
This is a documentary that I worked on with the Social Justice Portal Project. We're going to look a little bit today at this particular, we're going to just do a focus on the creation of this song, the different elements, why they're important, and why noticing these elements might be important to you in your work.
We will be talking about the reform art today and our work to create change within existing systems. One of my favorite quotes is by Shirley Chisholm, the first black woman to run for president. If they won't give you a seat at the table, then bring a folding chair. And we'll be talking about some of our work to bring a folding chair to the systems and tables that have historically excluded us. And sometimes, when they won't let us bring a folding chair, we build our own systems.
This is a $1 billion highway project. They're going to be taking homes and businesses for the third time. But because we was fighting the drugs and trying to improve the neighborhood, we was already in fight mode. We're going to protect the hood. Not only that, we got designated as environmental justice community, and now they have to invest back into the neighborhood.
When we learned about the Atlantic Coast Pipeline effort, it was years after it was already in the process. You know how all these things are done secretively. They had already met with the county commissioners in Robeson County and had received the endorsement of the commissioners for this scheme. So we were already 2 years behind before we ever even learned about it. One of the things that we learned in Robeson County was that the indigenous people was not included in the conversation. It was clear that work needed to be done to get that voice, especially since population-wise, it was the largest impacted community in the state. With just over 100,000 recognized members, we had over 30,000 individuals identified who would be directly impacted in North Carolina alone. You're talking about 1/3 of the population. And yet our state and Duke and Dominion declared that there was no disproportionate impact. And we began to understand that while it is important to work with citizens of indigenous nations, that we also need to work with tribal governments, which is that's a whole nother workshop, by the way. What happened was that as the understanding began to grow in the indigenous communities, it also grew across the state. And that was stopped. And it made a loud boom across the nation in terms of the environmental justice issues. We won. We won. If it had not been for all the voices, we would have the Atlantic Coast Pipeline right now.
All are teachers, all are learners. The main goal when we're talking with each other is to pass on our experiences, our lived experiences. The things that I have been through may not be the things that you've been through, but we can all come together and learn something. Whether we've been on this planet for 5 years or 75 years, everybody has a lesson to teach and to learn.
There's no way for us to be able to envision change if we can't allow ourselves to think about what things would look like if it was changed. The beautiful thing about this is anything is possible when you allow yourself to think beyond the literal.
What we doing recreate. So instead of destroying stuff, how about create it again?
So this idea of the resiliency organizing hubs is how do we organize ourselves? How do we get into formation? For us, resilience is not about bouncing back, because that just means coming right back to the mess we're in. That is not changing the systems that are hurting us. So we're not actually interested in bouncing back at all. What we're interested in is bouncing forward, recreating and reimagining the world we deserve through how we build together locally, regionally, across our state, across our entire southeastern region, across our country, across our whole world. Like, that's what we're up to. Not only is another world possible, but we are making it right now.
I say the answer is my people. I say I do this with my people. See, I do this for my people. We've been working to survive while some working to destroy, but liberation gonna come. My heart can picture the day. If I let my mind escape while awake, I get lost in the dream knowing that we gonna make a way. I see the answer in my people. When Mother Nature has given us, no one will be able to take away. Our commitment is to an organized resistance so strong, it can never be left astray. We are a united force determined to make our stand. I see the answer in my people.
We are water, fire, wind. We are the earth. We are the earth. Finding balance.
We will win.